I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. Okay. I like that little ghetto song. All right. What's up, y'all? So we are back for another vlog. This time I'm in ATL for work. I was flued out to be a part of or assist on set with the podcast. It's now since then out. It wasn't out then, it was on its way out. Just here with Dr. J, and I am on the team with that. So I was helping. So while I was there, I was assisting him and just really present, really. I wouldn't say assisting at the Black Effect Podcast Festival. And you remember my friends from Podfest that I met earlier in one of the earlier vlogs in the year? Well, guess what? Some of them was in Atlanta at the same time too. One of these days, I live like 3 different lives, and you'll be able to see that. So let's get into it. I don't want to rant too much. I got a lot to say. Let's. Why am I starting the video in the car? And why do I have this outfit on? It's the same outfit I had on from the first day, mind your business. I'm on my way home now, but I just have to say I'm tired. It's currently 7:26 in the morning. I got the windshield wipers on and it ain't even no rain outside. So yeah, I'm tired. So I'm on my way home. But Atlanta, great time, a lot of connections. You about to check it out now. So
The same thing.
what's up, y'all? Let's go a quick tour. This is my people house, my homeboy house. So I just got over here. Me and his brother talked for a minute. And now I'm just kind of going, this is not my stuff, obviously. They just moved in over here. So we doing a quick little tour. Nice, a lot of space. See, what's behind door number 3? Another bathroom. Yeah, they got all the bathrooms. So I don't know what I'm about to do. I know I got some friends that are here. I know I got some friends that are in town. It's a nice view. It's raining a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna change because I don't feel like it.
Gang. Hey, gang, say gang.
Now, last time I was here, y'all know I was here for New Year's Eve, but now we chilling now, I think, because it's raining. I ain't never seen it rain.
Ain't nothing chill about this motherfucking weekend. Don't lie. Don't let him lie to you.
Well, I don't think I've been to Atlanta before when it rained, so I don't know. Okay, so I done got settled. It was the first night. We had a blast. You know, I'm interested to see how tomorrow's gonna go because this first night I was just chilling. They kept trying to ask me like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm cool. I'm easy to please." And my friends are in the process of moving, so with them being in the process of moving, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of all over the place, and they didn't have Wi-Fi at the house. Thankfully, I have my hotspot, so that's good. So now I'm back at their house, you know, and on the air mattress, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm about to go to bed, stretch, you know what I got to do in my routine, and get ready for tomorrow. I'm not really sure how it's gonna be. I still technically don't even know what time I'm supposed to be there, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens and see me rubbing shoulders with the stars. So let me go to bed, y'all. Let's see how tomorrow go. Good morning. It's currently almost 9 o'clock. I'm eating over some leftover chicken from last night. We didn't do that last night, as I said, which is fine. So I'm trying to see what time do I need to get up there for this event. So I'm sending a text to everybody. I've been up. Know what I'm putting on. Just need to see what time. I gotta move around. So yeah. Let's see what happens. I'm waiting on the text now. Alright, so ain't I fresh? About to head out. Still wish I had my own podcast shirt, but let me back up so you can see the full fit. Got on some camo shorts, and then, but here's the thing, y'all. I just asked my homeboy, my socks don't match, but you can't tell, so that's good. Let me fix the glasses. About to call the Uber.
Which is told
I can't get cheap every time.
I think that
So he's going to be
us right now that are dealing with so much trauma. And I love to say that if you don't deal with your trauma is going to ultimately deal with you. And I'm tired of watching so many of us self-sabotage.
don't need no music.
Ain't no tune on
Don't
this
need
mic.
no tune on this microphone.
What are you doing? I'm about to
So, just leaving a crazy day in a good way, and now I'm about to go back to my homeboy house. So I got some friends from Podfest that are in town, and I might go see them. Well, one of them technically live here, not technically, but do, and then the other one he's visiting, but he's from here. But made some few connections. But like I said, if my main connect left, it was really no point of staying. So I probably was gonna go back to the event, but I'm not now. So now, real quick. So just to kind of give a setup of what's going on. So like I just said in the last clip, I was getting ready to go back to my homeboy's house that I was staying at. So after I left the event, and like I said, I want you to go a little more in detail. So after I left the event, the Black Effect, great event, by the way. Totally different than Podfest, which I did hear from the people that went to Podfest and went to Black Effect last year. They was just like, they're different. And I saw that. It was not as like set up like Podfest is, because Podfest is more like breakout rooms and stuff like that. See, Black Effect ain't there yet. It's more of like literally a festival. They got the vendors, and it's a totally different vibe. Because at first I thought it was just like Podfest with all black, but no, it ain't that. It's like, it's the whole setup and everything is different. But we went from the place, and he was like, well, you can stay if you want, but we finna go get something to eat. I'm like, well, I'm going with y'all, because why would I stay here? And plus, I know if I go with y'all, I'm gonna eat for free. You know, I'm hanging with the high rollers. And plus, like I said, y'all know I didn't have no money on this trip like that. You know, this was work added to my resume, all that good stuff. So we went to eat to this Chinese spot, or Thai maybe, I can't remember. We went there, it was good, and then they dropped me off because it was close to the Airbnb where I was, my homeboy's house. So now, like I said in the last video, now I'm back to the house, and now we're about to go from there and see what tonight brings, because I'm interested to see how tonight's gonna turn out. So let's see what happens.
No, that's valid. I'm like, I'm just that. No, that's valid. We will just.
So we done left the little place, and now we about to get some food. You have my mic on, but we are. I'm excited to see what it's gonna be like. You gotta look at everything.
It becomes a back and forth that it's like, oh wait, no.
But I get it.
Bro, it's safe to say before I lay down my head that I lived 3 different lives today. Started off with Black Effect, then went with my friends whose house I'm staying at. Then we was here, his friends came over, we chilled with them, then we went out to eat. Then my Podfest friends came and picked me up. And once they picked me up, we was on the time. We stopped at that little block party-ish thing. That was cool. You know, we was in the hood now, baby. They got the best Atlanta finest out. The hood niggas and niggettes. And then after that, we went to this event. This like a little party, I guess. It was like a little block party. I don't know. It felt like a Zeus Network original. We came in. They were trying to charge us this. Then they brought it down. Then our big mama, Jessie, decided to go ahead and pay it for us. So she paid us for us to get in. We got in there. And it was a cool outside little vibe. Like it was chill. It wasn't nothing major. It was something to do. After that, we stopped by this late night spot. My food was decent. They ain't like their food. And we had some real nigga conversation, and you know, we had that for some hours. Then they dropped me off at the, and now about to go to bed. So now when I wake up, it's the last day, which is the day I have a lot to do. 2 major things. This is truly a work trip. This ain't just fully like I ain't come this Sunday. I ain't gonna be doing the Sunday fun day in ATL. Like this is literally work. So let's see how it goes, and let's see if I have some fun while doing it. I believe that I will because it's me. But let's just. Good morning, chat. All right, so today is Sunday and the final day. I checked into. I was gonna go to Philip Anthony's church, but I woke up and I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna make it. But on the bright side, what was I about to say? I want to go. So my people who were doing the podcast, they're recording today. They told me to slide. And my homeboy who I'm staying with wants to go too. And they said he can come too. So that'll be good. And that'll save money on the Uber. And then also, Jay, he's recording his podcast later on tonight around like 5:30. It's deep out too. His editor who drove out here and lived out here was like, he may come get me. So we'll see what's up about that. But I'm gonna just say, this trip, honestly, y'all, I haven't spent that much money. If I really spent money because I wanted to, I didn't have to. So that's a blessing. And this is now the first of many sponsored trips. Like, this is crazy how this is working. But yeah, and I also have a paper to finish. So I'm gonna get up now and I'm finna figure out what I'm gonna wear because I have an outfit in mind. But you know me, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm being overstimulated. And I hate that phrase because I feel like it's worn out and people just be saying it to say it, but it's okay. It's a beautiful day. I got on some jeans today. I really didn't want to go with jeans, but I ain't had no choice. And I got a bag, I got my homeboy bag again because that's just the life I live.
I know, but it just came to my mind, and I don't know why. And it was like, and I think too, what also got me was Tony, Jeff, Keto, James.
Y'all gotta wash and dry here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it. Yeah. All right, so basically, they're about to start recording, and he said he sent me with the money, of course, to go get some food. So he wanted some food from the place that'll feed everybody there. So we went to the Jamaican spot, and it looks like it's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna get this and then go back to the place. I'm still finishing up a thing, and then honestly, what I'm gonna do is the downtime with my computer up anyway. I'm going to start working on some more of people's classes. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm working on some more people's projects.
Intentionally from us is turned off environmental. Right. Because if you're told, don't cry, shut up, suck it up.
You gotta slide the couch all the way to the edge of the. What's up, y'all? And just like that, we finished another vlog. ATL. It was a time. So let me just kind of give a quick recap of what went on towards the end so you can know what was going on. So on the last day I gave you, I pulled up to my homeboy studio. Well, he works for a company. They give him a free studio, I believe, like a free space to record. And basically I was there. We was chilling. Our homegirl, Jessie, she bought us pizza like she our mama. And we had pizza, and I recorded an episode for my homeboys podcast, which is currently out now, so you should check that out. I rewatched it recently. So many things I said I forgot about, but it's crazy because the episode probably came out maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's August 6th, and I recorded that in April. So we all late. This stuff was late. Well, I ain't gonna say their stuff was late because they just did batch recording, but I'm late for sure. So how about that? But it was a good time. I had a great time. So after I left there, I had to actually go to work. So I went from being the guest to being a guest to go be the producer because I caught an Uber that was $1 million across about 40-minute drive over to where I was at. We went to an apartment complex where Jay was recording about 4 or 5 episodes. And as you saw, he gave me some money, said go get some food from the Jamaican spot. You could tell a nigga was over that. And I say that because they was just like, oh yeah, get some meat and some veggies. Like when women be over food related stuff, it's a lot more, it's better plan, but that's just men and women. So it was funny because when me and my homeboy Rick Nafis, we went to go get the food, and we was just laughing because I rode in his car, and then we came back, and when we came back, I was trying to do with some spoons, and lady said, I got this. So she went to go get like the real utensils because she was the manager at the place, and had the food set up. It was plenty of food for everybody there. He recorded several episodes. I got some notes down. Like I said, those episodes are also currently out. And we were there for about a good 5 hours. So after that, honestly, was over. I got dropped off at the Airbnb of my homeboy's apartment. I went to sleep, and that was it. So good times. So what I want to say for this work tip for this week is actually a different. And again, all my work tips, they are multi-purpose, right? And it sounds a little weird. I feel like it sounds weird. I feel like it sounds like, what do you mean by that? And I'm gonna break it down what I mean because, yeah. But let's just get into it. So the work tip for this week is just show up. Now I'm gonna start off with a regular 9 to 5 first. So, say for instance, say for instance, money is low right now. Now, guarantee you get your check, but say money low and you don't have the money right now. Maybe like money low, you overspent, you had to play catch up with something, and like you might go to work and be like, man, I ain't got no food, or I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat. That'll be the day you go, and then they magically have lunch catered. Or that'll be the day you go, if somebody hear about your situation, and you tell somebody, like, I really ain't got no money, or not going around y'all, hey, you got some money from because I ain't got nothing to eat. But like, just kind of show up like, you just never know what's going to happen. Somebody might be like, hey, you want lunch? I got you. Don't worry about it. You just never know. or maybe you don't have no gas money, and it's like, maybe you could just say, bring it up to somebody like, hey, can somebody please, like, I don't know if I can make it in today because I don't have no, let me see what I can do. Can I borrow somebody? I don't know. But sometimes you just need to make it to the place because you just never know what's going to happen. The food one is the best example, though. But let me explain what I mean. So, and I actually seen somebody on Instagram recently, and they said something to that extent. But let me, and that's happened to me before too, but let me explain. So what that means for entrepreneurs. So let me tell you a little secret about this trip. I actually didn't have the money. He paid for my flight. I stayed in a homeboy's house for free. He offered to pay. I didn't ask for that. So I was there producing, being a part of the stuff, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that good stuff, right? And when I tell you, if I wanted food, if there was something I wanted to eat, it's if I didn't have to buy food. Everything was catered every step of the way. Even showing up the first day, which I sent my homeboy a video of Natalie saying real rich, very rich. And I sent to my homeboy because him and his brother made great money. I showed up and they was like, get some of my food piece. I said, well, how much are you? He said, bro, just get what you want. I don't care. Like, they make good money. I ain't putting their business out there. They make good money. And they was just like, cool, that was God. Do that. Then the next day, when I went out after the event with Jay, they catered the food. Then I went out that night. I bought a cookie. I bought that. And then I think I got a drink somewhere. But I bought that. But I didn't need that. Then the next day, food was catered the whole day. Because she bought the pizza and then he bought the stuff. So sometimes I just say that show up because you never know who's going to be there and who's going to you just never know what's going to happen. And I preface that story or this next story with that because, okay, so let me tell you what happened. And me and this man have been working together for now. This is the second month. So when I went to PodFest, one of my earlier vlogs in the year, go back and check that one out if you haven't. And so many connections, and I said that in the video, so many connections, so many just things happen. So one day, this lady, it was right before the 4th of July. She calls me and she was like, hey, she was stressing and she was like, she needed help with something. I was kind of getting irritated, but someone was telling me to calm down. So I said, well, just call me tomorrow because basically she was calling to tell me that she needed help with sending this podcast episode, but also that somebody who was on her podcast really loved my story and wanted to like talk to me. She was just like, I really think y'all could connect. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm gonna call you tomorrow. We're gonna go over this stuff. She calls me the next day. I actually forgot about it. I'm actually planning for the 4th of July. She was like, hey, Izzy, on the phone is this guy. He really wants to talk to you. So me and him get to talking and I'm just listening to him. And then we, building a good connection. So I thought. She said, well, I'm gonna talk to your last. Okay, well, and he's blind. He was on my podcast. He's gonna be on my podcast again soon. So watch out for that. This is all recently. So I said, I'm gonna call you and lock it in. So I get off the phone with her, call him, and we just talking, and he's telling me about, hey, yeah, I didn't, dang, I forgot a big part. Pause this story. Let's go back to Sunday. So Sunday, I was at church. Man was there. Good man of God was there. And he was like, sorry, the story all over the place, but I'm tired. Bring it all in. So he's like, hey, y'all, he was just like talking about how God had brought him out of debt supernaturally and in the craziest ways possible you would never have imagined. And he was just like, so I challenge y'all, and it still aligns with the show up message. So he's like, I challenge everybody here to sow $200. But when he first said, I said, you ain't talking to me because I ain't got $200. So then he said, sow what you can closest to. I literally only had like 100 and something. So I said, I'll sow 100. Now, days is coming, mind you, for the month of July. Also, let me add, I did not have my rent for July. So, fast forward back to the story, mind you, so that was on Sunday. This was now Friday. My rent was already a day late, so I'm just like, well, I don't know what else to say. I just had to sign a little PTP, promise to pay, and call it a day because I don't have it. So, fast forward again, back to the conversation with the man. His name is Q1. Shout out to him. And we was on the phone talking. And he's like, yeah, man, I need some things done. He want to start another book. I noticed his social media was a little, he did want to start a podcast. All this good stuff, right? So he ends up in a conversation because people always tell on themselves. He said, yeah, I had this lady work for me and I was paying her for 6 months, $1,500 to, I was paying her $1,500 to just find me leads, and she didn't give me one lead. So this lady got $1,500 for basically for 6 months to do nothing. I said, okay, how about this? Just show up. I said, how about you pay me that for the next 3 months? Because if everything that I'm doing, y'all, I'm undercharged. I'm underpaid. That's okay. Because I'm sure proving myself. So I said, how about in the next 3 months, you just pay me this, and then we come back in October and we'll just discuss, whether, hey, thanks, this was great, but I'm moving on, or let's continue, and then let's give me the real price for the, this we're gonna have to raise it. He was like, that's perfectly fine. This man said, when can you start? I said, I can do something today. I said, okay, you can Apple Pay? I said, yeah. This man sent me $1,500 that day. That day, I did not have my rent. But that happened that day. So I say all that to say there are many different ways to just show up. Show up in your business. Show up for God like I did. You know what I'm saying? Because that was God honored my faith. Show up to work. You know what I'm saying? With Atlanta, I just showed up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with Podfest. I just showed up. I barely made it there. I didn't really have the money for that either. And the connections, same with Atlanta, the connections, how it was taken care of the whole time. So sometimes you just got to show up. In reality, if you just show up to work, y'all, you be like, I ain't got no money to eat. Whether it's you work at a school, I speak from that because I was in education or somewhere. It's some food somewhere. Somebody will look out. It's some coworker that got some snacks. It's something. So just show up. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in to this great vlog. It was recorded at the end of April. And here we are in August. But hey, it's up. The next vlog will be my birthday trip to Miami. I'm going to try to have that one out much sooner than this one. But as always, no matter whether I'm in or out the office, always remember, I'm still the boss.